Welcome and thank you for watching The Beat on Creation. I am Erika Christie coming to you from Washington, D.C., and this is Blerdcon 2017. Hello, this is The Beat on Creation. I am Erika, and I'm here with Darrell Barber. This is the final day of Blerdcon. As you can see, everybody behind us is packing up. Artist Alley is already empty, and the arcade area is empty.
Just shutting it down.
Yeah,
Right now.
everything's going down. Now, Darrell, this is your first time at a con. What did you think about these last 3 days?
I loved it. I love the costumes. I love the cosplay. Some of these are better than some of these Hollywood costumes. It was great. I loved it. I love the artists. I love the some of the they got a couple of youth programs. They were doing some presentations out here. They were giving some tips on for filmmakers and animators out here. I got to play a couple of my favorite games. Got my butt whooped a couple of times on a few of them. You know, we got some people out here who are.
I saw it.
Yeah, she witnessed it. But other than that, you know, I got my heart broke by that. Other than that, it was great. It was great. I loved it. You know, I'm still seeing some impressive cosplayers walking around here right now as they're shutting things down. But it was definitely a good experience for me, and I was able to connect with some other artists as well too that were, you know, doing some similar things. You did too as well, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So yeah, I've seen as far as the artists and authors go, I've seen a lot of them at other cons, like, you know, Awesome Con, New York Comic Con, a few other places. But this is the first time I've kind of went up and actually spoke to a lot of them, interviewed quite a few of them. They were all really amazing people to talk to, so I'm really excited I got to speak to them. And then the other thing is, because this is the first year of this con, I was a little worried about how organized it was going to be. I have had a wonderful time. Everybody I've talked to has had a wonderful time. And I asked a lot of the artists and authors and vendors what it was like behind the scenes, the process of getting into the con, and how their experience has been with the staff. And every single one of them had said this entire experience has been absolutely wonderful. So congratulations for everybody who was here running Blerdcon. Everybody did a wonderful job. So much fun. There's still people behind us singing. I don't know if you can quite hear it right now, but everybody's been having a wonderful time, and it's been a really great experience. So are you glad that I dragged you here?
Yes, I am. I am so glad you dragged me here. I had a great time. I guess some of my favorites were Tuskegee Airs. They were great. They were really cool. Who else? Sean, the guy Sean, one of the artists, he gave me a print of one of his Black Panther illustrations. Shout out to Sean. You know, I gave him a copy of one of the Nuclear Garden CDs, and he gave me a really nice. You picked out the right one too. And who else? Oh, the guy that had the 5 Elements book. This is really cool. And Chiquetta with the Strange Clouds. Shout out to her. That was a great interview. Y'all did a really great interview. Y'all had a lot of chemistry. Did you talk about that? Talk about a little bit of that.
That particular interview? Yeah, I mean, she just had a lot of really wonderful ideas. There's a few things that Darrell and I picked up from her story just by kind of briefly looking at some of her stuff. So she's really down to earth, really into, you know, eating well, understanding your place in the world, your place in society. She was just really a wonderful person to sit down and chat with. So I didn't know a lot about her before the interview. So it was kind of have a brief chat with her, kind of find out why she's there, what her book is about, and then kind of just jump into it and try to figure out what it is, what she's passionate about, why she put that into her book, and what she's trying to do, like, you know, on a bigger picture. So, yeah.
She had some interesting elements in her story about spirituality, African spirituality, and the duality of just living life, just what things that are going on right now versus things that happened in the past, but it's very relevant. And we ran into a couple of folks that had some interesting stories attached to their artwork and their illustrations and stuff like that. This is really cool. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it.
Did you enjoy when I kind of sprung having you interview people a couple times? I just kind of gave you a microphone and I was like, okay, go interview them. Was that all right?
I love doing stuff like that. Y'all know this. Y'all know I love doing stuff like I love just jumping into stuff. I'm very impulsive, so now you know that. So good, great thinking.
Have I got you hooked on going to conventions?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. If there are anything similar to this, then I'm gonna be at every single one of them. So and I told Erica, keep me updated on them, and don't forget to tell me when they come up. When they're coming up, like Darrell, it's coming up on Saturday. Let me know.
Well, some of the really big cons aren't quite like this. Like, for example, New York Comic Con I was at last year. 80 something thousand people were there. So it was very, very different vibe than this. Going through security is a very different situation than what it was when we walked in here. You get tickets 6, 8, 10 months ahead of time. So there's no, hey, it's on Saturday, show up. You're almost a year planning to go to a really big convention. There are a lot of people there, which can be fun, but it also, you kind of feel like you're sort of this like empty person, like you're just one of a face in a crowd. So it definitely has a different vibe. You can certainly find like your groups of people, that you will enjoy, but it's not quite the same thing as this. Here, we all felt like we were one giant family. So at a con, you kind of have to go out of your way to find the little groups that you like, whereas this was laughing and singing, and as Blerdcon says, they are exclusively inclusive. Right. Everybody is invited. Blerdcon wants everyone to come. So and it's not Blerd is Black Nerd. It's not just for people of African descent. It's for all people of color. It's for anyone with disabilities. It's for women. It's for LGBTQ community. I mean, it's for everybody who kind of feels like they're marginalized at times. We could all come together and understand that we're all on the same side. So
I would definitely say. Don't miss it. Don't miss the next one. I don't know if they're doing it next year or in a couple of months or in between in the year. Yeah, it was great, and I would encourage anybody who was into anything artsy, anything comic book, anything anime, creative. I mean, pretty much anybody should come check this out. I think, and just come and check it, because this, like you said, this one is a little bit more exclusive. And intimate, yeah, it is intimate, because it wasn't a ton of, it was a lot of people. There were a lot of people here, but it wasn't like packed where you're shoulder to shoulder or anything like that. So you were able to get into conversations with people, have some fun. A lot of people were jumping on the Guitar Hero and doing some ballads, and it's definitely a family vibe, like you said. Yeah.
Okay. So you enjoyed yourself. Everybody here enjoyed themselves. Overall, amazing success. Absolutely, no question. Everybody I spoke to had a wonderful time. I had a wonderful time. He had a wonderful time. Be at Blerdcon 2018. I am very, very positive they're going to do it again. And when they do, make sure you're there. Thank you all for watching. This is Erika. That's Darrell. Later.